Number one, focused work, not wasting time and actually being focused on the goals and dreams that you have. Putting time aside each and every day to work on that dream. Putting your phone away, putting distractions away, putting things away that don't serve you on the mission. That's number one when it comes to the fact that it only takes 6 to 12 months of locking in to get ahead of 99% of people. Why? Because 99% of people are not focused. 99% of people are not alert. 99% of people are not locked in. 99% of people are full of distractions. 99% of people say that they delete social media but re-download it in the middle of the night and they keep on scrolling instead of just fixing their algorithm and using it for what it needs to be used for, to motivate them, to uplift them, to inspire them. But you have the tools that you need. You're not distracted. You're focused. You're locked in, right? You're not setting unrealistic goals. You're not setting unrealistic expectations of yourself. What's unrealistic? It's unrealistic to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to change my life in 2 seconds. It's unrealistic to say all my goals and dreams are going to come true overnight. No, you're willing to be patient. You're willing to wait. You're willing to put in the work until you see the results. You don't have to have all the results come in. You don't have to have all the answers. You're still focused. You're still locked in. Even when people are trying to distract you, even when people are trying to take you off the path, even when things are trying to distract you from what you're meant to be, from who you're meant to be, from what you're meant to achieve, you're still focused. You're still locked in. And the reason why you're still focused is because you have something called everlasting discipline. And most people don't have that. You have to understand that most people don't have everlasting discipline. They don't. They don't. Because most people cannot lock in for an extended amount of time. They always slip up. They always got to fall down. They always start to go rogue, go vague. They do great. They start off strong, and in the middle they get shaky, and in the end they're trying to come back and do something. No, we got to be consistent each and every single day. Every day that God wakes us up, we have to be grateful for that, and we can't waste it. We have to say, you know what? I got life. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to do what I need to do simply because I'm alive. That's my motivation. Being alive has to be your motivation. It has to be that simple. That's what's going to make you disciplined each and every day. That's what's going to make you consistent each and every day. Because you know you got no choice. Because you know you got to go hard. Because you know you got one life. 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute to do something, to move yourself in the right direction. Everlasting discipline is in your heart. Everlasting discipline, that flame is inside of you. People can't put it out. People can't put water on it. No, you're too locked in. You're too focused. You're too disciplined. You have to stay that way. You can't just be that way in the beginning and then fizzle out and then come back. The goal needs you 100% there. The goal needs you to show up every single day. Even if you can't put 100% in, put 20, put 30. It's all about showing up, bro. It ain't about perfection. It's about progression. It's about progress. You don't feel like working out? Drop down and do 20. Drop down and do 50. Drop down and do 100. Something. That additional something will get you closer to where you want to go. Showing up every day. That's the everlasting discipline. And you have that everlasting discipline because you want it more than others. Let's just call a spade a spade. Let's talk about it for real. Let's talk about what it is. We want it more than others. A lot of people say that they want it, but they sort of want it. They kind of want it. They don't really want it for real. They don't really want it for real. They just say that they want it. It sounds nice in their mind. It sounds good on paper. But in order to make it a reality, you really got to put the work in each and every single day. Each and every single breath you take, it has to bring you closer and closer to the main goal, to the main objective of what we're doing this for. You have to want it more than others. You have to want it more than others. This is how you pass 99% of people. They say that they want it, but do they really want it? You got to show that you want it more. You got to show that you're more hungry. You got to show that you're ready for the success. You got to show that you're ready to take on the pain, to do what you have to do. Unapologetically showing up each and every day. And you got to understand, man, there's going to be haters along the way. There's going to be people that say they believe in you, but they don't. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. You're going to be facing a lot in life. You're going to be going through a lot, but you got to just keep on going. You got to keep on having faith. You got to keep on waking up with that everlasting discipline, no matter what, no matter who supports you, no matter who's on your team, no matter what's going on, no matter what's going on in your life. You got to show up each and every day for yourself, to win, to self-improve, to grow, to reach the goals that you want. It's just how you can turn 6 to 12 months to a lifetime of work, because a lot of people ain't even locked in like that for that long. So if you could be locked in for an extended period of time, you're going to reach success. You're going to reach success at levels that most people will never see. It only takes 6 to 12 months to lock in and be ahead of 99% of people, especially when you have focused work, especially when you have everlasting discipline, especially when you want it more than others. The next thing you have to do is you have to set habits, and you have to stick to it like glue. You cannot abandon your habits. If you say you're going to work out 4 times a week, then you have to do that. You can't fold. Is there room for error? Yeah, things happen in life, but you got to act like there's no room for error. You have to stick to it. You have to fulfill the promises that you make to yourself. And I'm telling you that it's possible. Once you do that, you really start to elevate. Don't just set habits. Don't just write things down. Actually fulfill it. Create actionable steps to get it done. Set habits and stick to it like glue. Number 5, you're not afraid to go ghost mode. You have ghost mode in the toolbox. When it's time to move around, when it's time to move away from people, when it's time to move closer to your goals and dreams, when it's time to move toward the vision that you have for yourself, you have to be willing to go ghost. You have to be willing to isolate. You got to be willing to go ghost mode. You got to be willing to say, hey, bye-bye. I have to focus on my life. You have to be willing to turn the parties away. You got to be willing to turn all that fun away. You got to be in a season of locking in, that consistency, that drive, that hard work each and every single day. That's what you got to do. You have to be willing to go ghost mode. You got to be willing to say, hey, I can't talk to you on the phone right now. I got work to do. I got things to do. I can't conversate with you. You have to be willing to go ghost mode, right? 6 to 12 months. I'm not saying that you have to go ghost mode, but you have to know when you need to enter ghost mode. You have to have ghost mode in your toolbox. You got to know when to isolate from the world and lock in on your world, on the inner world, on your mindset, on your mind frame, on the things that you're building in your life. The next thing you got to do is you got to have purpose over pleasure. Most people fall for their desires. Most people fall for their pleasures. Most people don't have those things on lock. Most people are not sacrificing the flesh. You see what I'm saying? They feed into the flesh. Oh, I want to eat this. I'm going to just go ahead and eat it. Oh, I want to do this. I'm going to just go ahead and do it. They have no temperance. They overdo it. They're too gluttonous, right? They want too much. You got to understand, purpose over pleasure. You still have to know what you're doing this for. Purpose over pleasure. You still have to know why you're locking in. You still have to remember your why. You still have to remember that you're doing this for a bigger reason. You can't fall for temptation. You can't fall for pleasure. You have to be on your purpose. You got to be locked in. The purpose has to come before the pleasure. The purpose has to come before the fun. The work has to come before the fun. The discipline has to come before the fun. The grind has to come before the fun. And the problem is people are putting the fun over the grind. People are putting, having a great time over the grind, drinking and smoking over the grind. And it's like you ain't put no work in. You ain't even earned the fun. You got to earn the fun. You got to earn those good times. You got to practice that. You got to understand that has to be earned. It can't just be given. You got to understand that. And a lot of y'all don't understand that. You just want to have fun. And then you turn around and you look at your life, you look in the mirror and you realize you stagnant. You ain't going nowhere. You in the middle of the ocean. You in the middle of the ocean, bro. You need a lifeboat. People got to save you now. People got to help you. People got to rescue you. That's where some of y'all at right now. Don't lie. Some of y'all in the ocean right now. And I gotta make another video for y'all so I can help get y'all out the ocean. Y'all just need to stay on land and do what you need to do. You need to stay on your purpose and stay locked in. You keep drowning again. When you just gonna have a year where it's your year for real? Oh, it's my year. 2024 was my year. 2023 was my year, man. 2022. When now it's about to be 2025, man, what we doing, dog? 6 to 12 months of locking in. Not sort of locked in. I'm sort of locked in. I'm halfway in. You got to be all in. Nah, we just want to have a good life. Like we deserve it. Y'all think because you on earth, you just deserve a good life. It don't work like that. You got to earn it. You got to ask yourself, why am I still alive? Everybody going through tough times. Why am I afloat? Why am I doing good? Come on, man. Man, every day you alive is a blessing, dog. You can't take this life for granted. Y'all taking this life for granted. And then you wonder why your life, it looked the same way it did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You haven't changed. You haven't elevated. You let every year come and go. You never lock in for real. You can't spend 6 to 12 months just doing the things that you actually need to do. It's pathetic, dog. Man, you know what you need to be doing. Just do it. Just lock in. Let this be the video where you lock in. Yeah, focused work, everlasting discipline, wanting it more than others, setting habits and sticking to it like glue, ghost mode in the toolbox, purpose over pleasure. What does this all come down to, bro? It's either you want it or not. All these bullet points don't even matter if you don't want it. Don't be on this channel if you don't want it. Don't click these motivational videos if you don't actually want it. Hey, dog, we men, dog. And for the women watching, y'all women, hey, we kings and queens. Hey, man, what we doing, dog? Nothing's gonna be handed to us. Everything has to be earned. Everything has to be earned. You gotta go out there and hunt for your food. You can't DoorDash it all the time. It's impossible. When it comes to our dreams, there's no cars out there rushing to go give you a piece of your dream. You got to go out there and walk towards that dream each and every day, eat, breathe, and sleep it. You just think I'm here, so I deserve a better life. It doesn't work like that. You put the work in, you get the results. That's number 7. The simplicity of it. The simplicity of it. The simplicity of it is going to take you to where you need to go. 6 to 12 months locking in, getting ahead of 99% of people means that you can't do what 99% of people do. Most people are lost, and because they're lost, they have a lot in their mind. There's a lot of clutter. You have to remain solid. You got to remain focused. You got to remain on target. You got to remain on goal. You got to have 1, 2, 3 things that you heavily focused on. You can't focus on 10 things. Nothing's gonna get done. This is why we're not successful. Our mind is all over the world when your mind needs to be in this one place, putting in this one work each and every day. When I started YouTube, when I started to do entrepreneurship and be on social media in this self-improvement realm, I didn't post on every single platform at first. But I tried to. It wasn't effective. I had to just post on one. I said, you know what? I'm going to post on YouTube every single day. This is going to be my main social media source. And then now I'm just picking up my phone and I'm making short form content. Right. But I did YouTube first. Then I focused on TikTok. Then I focused on Instagram. Then I focused on writing pieces on X. Then I focused on Threads. Y'all trying to focus on Threads, y'all trying to focus on X, you trying to focus on YouTube, and you trying to focus on Instagram, and you trying to focus on Snapchat, and you trying to focus on Facebook, and now you on Twitch, and this is why nobody is tuning in. See, the goal and dream can't come true if you can't be more specific on what you want. You have to be more specific on what you want. What platform you want to dominate? You can't dominate it all, not right away. Y'all want to do real estate, then you want to be an entrepreneur, and you want to be, and you want to work corporate, and you want to be CEO, and you want to work at McDonald's, and you want to work at Subway, and you want to be on Mars, and you want to be on Pluto. It don't work like that. It's either you want to go to Pluto or nothing else. You have to pick a dream and go all in. Everything else will work out over time, but y'all not going all in. It's the simplicity of it. It's the simplicity of it. It's the little things over and over again. It's the fact that we wake up early, we work out, then we go to work, and then we come home, and then we sit down and we work on that side hustle. We work on that business that we want. Okay, that could be a routine right there. For my entrepreneurs out there, we wake up, we work straight on the business, bro. We work on the business, we make sure it's still alive, and then we go ahead and we do the things that we need to do. We working out, hey man, you have to build your routine. You got to stick to it. You building that relationship with God. You doing what you need to do. Because the thing is, bro, ain't nobody gonna do that work for you. The thing is, ain't nobody gonna build that schedule for you. Let's go over this one more time. It only takes 6 to 12 months of locking in to get ahead of 99% of people. And it only takes about 15 minutes for me to let you know that you need to get your behind up and get to work and build the life that you want. This is the time. This is the moment. This is the moment that this very video, I don't care what date it is, we could be in 2030. This is the moment right now in your life where you're going to take this video seriously and you're going to change your life in 6 to 12 months. You have to have focused work. You need to be everlasting discipline. You need to want it more than others. You have to set habits and stick to it like glue. You have to be able to go ghost mode. You have to be able to tune out the outside world whenever necessary. You need purpose over pleasure, and the simplicity of it will carry you all the way to where you need to go. I'm gone. I love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Peace.